And we're back because apparently not even YouTube wanted to handle us trying to discuss this monstrosity. So we're here. Welcome to the Black Files. I'm your host, Wanda Rouse. We're going to be discussing the documentary that was published not even a few days ago. It was published out by a gentleman by the name of Mike Clum, which is called The Sick Mind of EDP445. Now, I'm not going to blame you for not knowing who the hell this guy is. There's Mike EDP445 was for a while a YouTuber. He wasn't like the biggest YouTuber on the face of the planet, but he did have a pretty strong following, basically for having very loud and very strong opinions on shit. That's all it was. Also, the fact that he happened to be insanely uncensored, unfiltered. Like, he's worse than us when it comes to how the out-of-pocket stuff that he says. So, like, let me put it this way. Zayana, Dragonfang, Jose, y'all know how our boy Angel, if he wants to be offensive, he really could be if he wanted to, but he keeps his stuff restrained to just be to mainly trolling on shit, right?
Oh, yes, that is true.
Okay, this guy has no such qualms. This guy, EDP445, he will drop F slurs, he will drop R slurs, he will drop the N word. Well, he's a black guy, but so I guess you could say he's allowed to use the N word. So that's one thing. But the frequent usage of this stuff, especially on people that he has a negative opinion of, is just unfathomable. How badly he wrecks people verbally. So I'll just say it again. He is not the cleanest the mouth on the face of the planet. So, putting it simply, back in 2021, so this was in the before times of 5 years ago, EDP445, whose real name I believe is Bryant. Let me see here. Yeah, Bryant Moreland. There we go. So Bryant Moreland is in 2021 he was caught by a group called the Predator Poachers, led by a guy named Alex Rosen, and they caught him with an attempt to try and get together with a 13-year-old girl. And they stung him. They basically managed to catfish the guy into revealing that yes, he was trying to go and meet up with an underage girl. The alibi was, oh hey, no, she made me a cupcake, and that was just his way of saying, like, no, I really just wanted to go in and have intercourse with an underage teenager.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Someone
Fucking
wants
gross.
to make you a cupcake.
Sure.
Now,
That's the dumbest excuse.
it really is, and it's really pathetic because, truthfully, the way he freaking tries to defend himself on it all is depressing because he really doesn't know how to talk like a human being. This motherfucker. So this happened out in let's see here. This happened out in Bakersfield, California, like I said, in 2021. I will refer you to the allegations page on knowyourmeme.com. So yes, as in the website that teaches you about meme culture, that's literally where you can read about this stuff. So we'll go ahead and we'll show you exactly what's going on with this guy. And I do actually need to wow, yeah, no, that is how this is literally how this guy tries to talk to people online. Okay, so this is Mr. Bryant Moreland. This is EDP445, which, in case you weren't sure exactly how grotesque this guy was, EDP, as his handle, as his nickname, stands for Eat Dat Pussy.
What?
Yeah.
What?
He is that kind of guy. So, yeah.
Disgusting.
Okay,
Fucking disgusting.
So, that's a photo of him after he got caught, and this is and over here is a screenshot of the gross texts that he was sharing with the supposed underage girl that he thought he was talking to. So, just to give you guys the read up on this, EDP445 allegations refers to several instances of pedophilia allegations against YouTuber and streamer EDP445, also known as Eat That Pussy 445, with the most recent allegations put forth by the Predator Poachers group, who posed as a 13-year-old girl to expose him. In April 2021, Predator Poachers published screenshots of texts and a confrontation video in which EDP445 admits to knowingly sending explicit messages to whom he thought was a 13-year-old. Prior to July 8th, 2020, Instagram account Top Comic God posted a screenshot of an audio message compilation of conversations between EDP445, best known for his rant videos, several of which became memes, user MaxPriv01, and his girlfriend. In the audio message, EDP445 requested a picture of his 16-year-old girlfriend's breasts. In the conversation with the teenager, EDP's message, "You deserve someone that's gonna adore and cherish you, hopefully me in a few more years, LOL." On July 8th, 2020, Twitter user BogusWeb reposted the video with the clip gaining over 607,000 views, 1,400 retweets, and 9,500 likes in almost 1 year. And this was literally how all this shit started. It was just from this supposedly...
Lucy, you better show me some fucking titties. I don't give a fuck. Like, you talking about you want me to wish that nigga happy birthday, motherfucker? You better show me some fucking titties or something, shit.
I'm just gonna, like...
Yeah,
That's
God.
just-
That's just the one.
Ugh. Oh, that gives me the creeps.
That's why do you think I'm drinking alcohols here, for God's sake, man? And I don't drink because it doesn't do anything to me anymore. But, motherfuck, seriously, it's fucking terrible. On July 9th, EDP, the 2020 EDP responds to allegations during a live stream. And yeah, as you can see, they tried to link to it here in this KYM article, but of course, the video's been removed. The EDP insists that his request for a picture of his girlfriend's nudes as a payment for a shout-out was a joke. Quote, "If your girlfriend wants a motherfucking shout-out, bro, she better pull her shirt off and show me some motherfucking titties. Show me titties, show me something. I don't give a fuck if she's 14. That's what I said. Now, anybody knows damn well that I'm playing. I'm joking. It's a fucking joke, right?
That point, like, we're at the point where you can't joke about that. Like, no.
Even back then in 2020, you can't joke about that kind of shit.
No, absolutely not.
It gets worse. It gets so much worse. And this is just the beginning of it all. In late October 2020, screenshots of EDP445 being catfished by a person pretending to be a 17-year-old teenager were circulated online with no response from EDP following. In the conversation, EDP texts, quote, "Help me come next time I'm jerking off, LOL," to whom he thinks is a 17-year-old girl. So, fast forward to 2021, April 18th. The social media group Predator Poachers, which posted the screenshots of EDP's explicit messages to whom he thought was a 13-year-old girl, and a video of EDP being confronted, supposedly filmed when he tried to meet with her. Predator Poachers posed as the person conversing with EDP445. He sent whom he thinks is a 13-year-old girl messages about him masturbating and describing the process of using a fleshlight. At one point of the conversation, EDP double texts. And like in the confrontation video, he confirms that he was fully aware that he was conversing with a 13-year-old and says he thinks that he deserves to go to jail. So even he fucking says it right there. She never said you were lonely right here, yes or no. Correct. And you did double text here, yes or no? Correct. Knowing, and it said in her profile she was 13, yes? Correct. So you initiated conversation with a 13-year-old. You knew she was 13, yes or no? Correct. It's your 5th or 6th time. Do I deserve to go to jail if I'm being honest with you? You don't think so? I think so. And, like, he even fucking says it. He, like, yeah, no. He even goes in and admits, hey, no, I've gotta, like, no, I'm going in on this. Like, and in this documentary, they show all of this stuff. They show the text. They even have, I guess you could say it was a dramatic reenactment of sending him these texts with like a stand-in for someone as like who they're pretending is the 13-year-old, but obviously it isn't. It's just these guys are predator poachers trying to trying to check and expose this guy if he really is someone who tries to get in with underage girls. So like this is known history. This part is not something that is like contested. He even admits to it. He even says this stuff. He even fucking admits that what he was doing was crazy and it was wrong, and that he should probably go to be in jail for engaging in that kind of activity. Now, the reason why there were no charges pressed on it was because there was no law enforcement element included in any of this, and there was no investigation that came from any of that stuff, because you like just catfishing a guy isn't enough. It has to be part of an active law enforcement investigation. There has to be some form of cops involved, and there simply wasn't. So, as you can imagine, with this incident that happened, EDP, he walked free. No muss, no fuss. Nothing off his back. So you'd think that would be the end of it, right?
Wrong.
Wait, there's more?
Just like Willie Mays
There's
says.
always more, isn't there?
There is.
Yeah. But wait, there's more!
It's disgusting.
In the words of Jackie Chan's uncle, one more thing.
Uh-huh. One more thing. I meant Billy Mays. Why did I say Willie Mays? Willie Mays is a baseball player. Billy Mays is what I meant to say. Shit. But wait, there's more? Yeah, no, Jesus Christ. This isn't the first instance, rather, this isn't the last instance in which he's caught doing this kind of shit. 2 years later, EDP445 has another situation. And this time, it does actually involve someone who was underage. It does actually involve someone who was, at the time, a younger girl. And she was someone who was working with another like predator catcher guy to try and bring this to try and expose EDP. But again, as you can imagine, like I mentioned, because that was a situation where there wasn't any law enforcement involved, then he fucking didn't. He didn't. There was no. There was nothing that came of it. That's it. And this was something that came from an extremely wild situation because of what was going on, and this time with the. It wasn't the same dudes. It wasn't the same predator poachers guys. It was another. It was some other guy. I'm trying to find his fucking name. Hang on. Not Alex Rosen. Let me see here. Because it was 2 years later. Let me see. Other famous YouTubers try to catch him. I know that, but I'm trying to open that. I'm trying to find the information on it. Give me a second, guys.
You're fine. You're fine. You're okay. But yeah, to sum up what Juan has been discussing so far, this guy, he knows that what he's doing is wrong. He knows about the consequences. He knows that that he ought to be locked up, and he doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care about the consequences. He pretty much doesn't care about the damage that he leaves behind.
Or the potential damage, for that matter. He doesn't care about whether or not if there was anyone else who could have been harmed in any of this shit. Because, like, he was even saying, like, yeah, no, I'm looking to try and get in with this girl. I don't give a fuck. And in this documentary, because there was no charges, because there wasn't any police involvement in any of this stuff, at this point, to this day, he continues to remain a free man. He continues to remain, like, outside in the rest of society, But that doesn't necessarily mean that he's like living his best life or whatever the fuck. The guy has got some serious problems that he's dealing with, and for a moment, you might think that the folks who were making this documentary were looking to try and smooth his reputation, but no, that's not that's literally not what the fuck is happening with this guy at all. Like, because what they do is they also highlight the financial debt that this guy EDP is in. They highlight his health problems. With this guy being morbidly obese, he actually has end-stage kidney failure. He needs to go to weekly dialysis. Yeah, he has stage 5 kidney failure, and he's not going, and he's basically just like trying to work different jobs in order to maintain a life where he's literally just living in a 1-bedroom apartment somewhere in the middle of Bumblefoot nowhere. So, and the way that he lives is like really messed up, because his apartment, his place, it's super bare bones. It's like he doesn't even bother with like keeping any dishes. Everything's disposable. He doesn't take care of his health. He doesn't take care of his blasted like diet or anything like that, because he's like, oh, I gotta work like 90 hours a week. What the fuck do I care if I'm gonna eat the salad or whatever? It's not gonna make a difference for me. It doesn't matter. So he doesn't give a damn. He's still on the verge of like kicking the bucket, and the documentary walks us through that, through his daily life. And a lot of what he does outside of work is fucking nothing. He doesn't hang out with people outside. Like, he maybe only had one friend that stuck with him even after the situations. A friend who apparently even has kids of his own, whom he lets EDP babysit. And the guy swears all over the place with the kids. And yeah, that's a big yikes. Obviously, we don't see anything happening on there, but who's to say what kind of crazy shit's going on in this guy's head? So from there, it's you're thinking you think that this documentary is like, oh no, we should be feeling sorry for this guy because he really is that big of a loser. He doesn't have anybody. He doesn't have a single friend in the world. He doesn't have any sort of social life. He doesn't have any sort of interest or hobbies or anything outside of literally just work, eat, jerk off, sleep. And it literally is just jerking off and sleep, because he just basically goes off on a tangent on how basically addicted he is to online pornography. So it's like, you'd think like, good God, this guy's pathetic. Oh my God, this guy's kind of sad. Maybe we shouldn't be ragging on this guy. No. Nope. Immediately, once you start feeling that, once you start seeing that little bit of like heartstring tugging, immediately the documentary reminds you that this guy's a gigantic asshole, because he goes in with like a little separate segment in the documentary saying the guys that he looks up to, which includes motherfuckers like Andrew Tate, Donald Trump, and Ben Shapiro. And he even like looks up to other scumbag streamers like Sneeko. I know you don't know who that guy is. You're better off if you don't know. But like, it just goes straight like, nope, don't worry, you're not supposed to feel bad about this guy. He really is still that big of a piece of shit. So much so that he even discusses and displays things that he even texts to the maker of the documentary, to the filmmaker, Mike Clum, who arranged to have all this filmed and arranged to have this documentary made about this guy, because of how like divisive his like how polarizing his personality is and all that shit. And apparently one of the things that EDP does with all his friends, is uncontrollably sends him pictures of his waist.
Idiot.
He sends pictures of his dookie.
Ugh.
I am so sorry.
Hmm.
But what the fuck kind of brain, what the fuck kind of mentality, what the fuck kind of mindset do you have to think that that's okay to fucking do? Even if you're like buddies, even if you're like BFFs or whatever. Like, hey, Angel, how about you send me your latest vomit or whatever? We're like, hey, sure. And like, or Juan, hey, how about I like I'm like, hey, this is Juan. Say I'm gonna go ahead and show you when I jerked off or whatever the hell, and how I shot web after that. Like, no, it's disgusting. It's like this guy's brain is so internet rotted that he thinks that that kind of shit's okay to deal with, that kind of shit's okay to fucking do with people in real life. No, the fuck it isn't. And again, I'm sorry for all this, and I'm sorry for bringing this stuff up, folks, but this really is how this shit comes out. This really is how this fucking, those are some of the fucking key points about this documentary of showing you just how much of a brain rotted poor fuck that this guy EDP445 is. But like, how the fuck is anyone supposed to like see him as anything other than being a gigantic asshole? What are we supposed to get out of this other than the fact that this guy is a internet brained asshole? What are you?
He's an internet brain. He's an internet brain asshole. He's basically a walking, fucking large ass Humpty Dumpty backwards thinking, like just not a good person to be around at all. He has no comprehension. Well, no, actually, no.
He's got comprehension.
No, he's got comprehension. He knows about boundaries. He knows about these things. And he just fucking doesn't give a shit. He just walks over all of it like it doesn't matter to him. Like the rules don't apply to him.
And I know you're gonna hate this, Abe, because one of the things that that's shown in the documentary about Bryant, about EDP, is that he happens to also be a wrestling fan. And guess who his favorite wrestler is?
Triple H.
Triple H.
I saw. And I really fucking hate it.
Only like, and not because like, oh, Triple H is a horrible person or anything. It's like, oh, I love bad guys, I love villains, and I don't give a fuck because you need a good villain in life and fuck everyone else. That was literally this guy's fucking thinking. Like, and it was so fucking brain dead. Like, how does anyone even like? Yeah, you can like bad guy characters, and yeah, you can like being able to share that kind of stuff with people, but like at the same time, it's pathetic that that's like the mentality that he kind of uses, and that's what this documentary kind of implies, that to justify his behavior in life. Like, oh, I'm just a villain, I'm just a bad guy, I don't give a fuck. No, motherfucker, you've got agency. You've got a choice. Even Triple H, real name Paul Levesque, even he knows, hey, yeah, playing the bad guy is great because it gives the good guys someone to fight against and someone to struggle against and all. And even he knows, hey, motherfucker, this isn't real life. It's a show. It's a story. I'm doing a character that's not someone you're supposed to be fucking emulating for real. But apparently that part of this message doesn't really resonate with
register.
Yeah, it doesn't register or resonate with EDP. So it's really fucked up over here. I'll even show you in the group chat, and I'll show you guys in the stream, and I'll show you exactly one segment from this story, from this article, because I want y'all to be able to see it, and I want you guys to be able to watch this segment, because this is the segment where we actually have Chris Hansen's involvement in this story. In the original two instances where EDP445 was caught trying to hook up with a minor, they were done by amateurs. They were done by people who have no connections to law enforcement, no connections with any sort of law enforcement agency or police or anything like that. And they absolutely do not fucking... They literally just do that, like these predator catcher stings for cheap views. So yeah, just as a reminder, like not everyone, like even the guys you think are the good guys, they're fucking assholes too. Namely because they don't fucking do the homework properly. They don't actually do any of the work that needs to be done to catch anyone. So I'm trying to get this damn thing to load, but for some reason it isn't loading. Give me a moment. Let me close some of these superfluous pages because I'll actually get to this one in a second. Actually, I'll save that one for last because that one's fucking funny. Come on, close up. Don't be scared. And you know what? I'll even close this other one because one other thing that the documentary shows, allegedly that EDP445's other big thing is that he's into football. Specifically, he's a fan of the Philadelphia Eagles. And
Good for him.
Yeah, no, good. Yeah, no, good for him. Good on him. Whatever. No, doesn't mind. But even people who fucking cover like the Philadelphia Eagles as fans, even they don't want to have anything to do with EDP. So that just goes to show you how much of a pariah he is in polite society. God, load already. I get it. Kill a crew. Come on. Oh my lord. Let me close this other tab. Maybe this will help. I'm trying to... You know what? I'm going to close all these. And hopefully that'll do something here. Beautiful. Yep. Trailer intro. Yep, I know that. Yep, I know that. Yeah, there were people over here who even fucking were saying that the way that the documentary starts off comes off like, oh, like he's the ultimate supervillain like Thanos. Like, that's not really... That's...
What?
Huh?
Hell no!
No, like, that's a funny
They
thing.
really compared him to Thanos? Seriously?
Wow.
No, because like it says it over here. Like, one person wrote that others compared the introduction to villains from Marvel, Star Wars, and Five Nights at Freddy's. Well, one popular comment said that it was like Offender's Endgame. God Almighty. Okay, so this is the video by this is the clip from the come on, what the hell? Why is this taking so long to load and close?
Why did you show up that day? Why did you go to that
Okay, all right, and there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and get back to sharing this over here. This is on Twitter at KillaCrew. The caption on it reads, legendary predator catcher Chris Hansen confronts EDP445 over his actions and comments about being caught trying to meet a 13-year-old girl while also calling out Alex Rosen and other YouTubers for doing amateurish and sloppy work that he says can make cases unprosecutable. So yeah, this is actually showing like Chris Hansen himself actually even interviewing this guy to fucking like let people in on what's going on. So let's go ahead and play.
Why did you show up that day? Why did you go to that location? What did you think was going to happen?
I showed up to that location that day, trying to obviously meet up with an underage girl. You know what I mean? And I guess you can say trying to have sex. I don't know. I mean, whatever.
You trying to have sex with a 13-year-old girl?
For the most part, yep. People have a tendency of doing this, I feel like, because they enjoy the innocence and having control of somebody, you know?
Sounds like that's what you wanted to do.
Right.
Nobody your age you could have hung out with.
No.
No women your age you could date. You had to pick on a 13-year-old girl.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh my God, babe, it's a playful spank, you say. When I spank you, it's supposed to be sexy, LOL. If anything, I just bend you over and kiss your ass. Yes, well, maybe, but only if you're a good girl. What are you trying to do here with this?
What do you think I'm trying to do?
Well, it sounds like you're trying to sexually assault a 13-year-old girl.
If that's what it looks like, I guess that's what it is then. I mean,
Handcuff you, throw you in the back of my car and bring you back to my dungeon, LOL. You talk about climbing through a window.
mm-hmm.
You're so hot and cute and even had me jerking off. Were you masturbating when you were talking to her?
Mm-hmm.
You sent her pictures?
Yeah.
You sent her pictures of your penis?
Yeah.
It's wrong.
Right, I know.
It's illegal. Had Alex Rosen not botched this, you might be in prison right now.
Thank God he didn't.
Well, you could look at it two ways. Maybe prison is where you belong because of this.
If it was where I belong, I'd be in shackles right now, so.
But I have to tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
Had this been me doing an investigation, your EDP445 ass would be in prison now.
Just where it began.
EDP is clearly in trouble here. What he did was wrong, and under a different set of circumstances, against the law. The fact that the decoy posing as Sophie sent the first message would make the case virtually unprosecutable in my world, in the world of law enforcement. The adult always has to make the first approach. Otherwise, you jeopardize the case. And again, it probably was something that for Alex Rosen created a lot of views and clicks and made some news in different pockets of the internet. But the case isn't prosecutable. And at the end of the day, it looks amateurish and sloppy.
Mm-hmm. Like, we're going ahead and we're taking a look at with what was going on. Like, that pretty much says everything on here that we've already touched upon with what was going on with the story. Like, your thoughts, Jose, Zayana, Dragonfang, please. I'm trying to stop getting on the sauce.
No, you're fine. It's just, it's fucking, no, it's fucking gross. Obviously, Chris Hansen, of course, obviously he's doing his job, and like I said, this guy, EDP, he is unapologetic. He does not apologize for any of his actions at all whatsoever. He even openly admitted, well, if I deserve to be in jail, if I deserve to be behind bars, then I should be already, God almighty.
What a mess. Ladies, thoughts?
I almost vomited
Yeah.
listening to that.
Now, that just shows you, like, just how cavalier the guy is about it, right? It's like he is not sorry. He's not repentant about that shit. At least that's how he's coming off and all that. But what's actually funny about this is another segment in this documentary actually shows that he has been, at least while during the time of the documentary being produced, he was actually seeing a therapist. He was actually trying to get psychiatric help with his desires of, like, sexual encounters with kids, with underage children. And they even were allowed to film one of the therapy sessions that he was in, as long as the therapist was the doctor was kept anonymous, right? They even used an alias. They disguised her voice, everything. And even there, she's saying, like, oh, like, for the record, he is fully functionally aware of what he's doing is wrong, and he also isn't taking, like, ever since that stuff, so far as can be told, he isn't doing anything more to try to pursue that shit anymore. So much so that even then, during the time of the actual documentary, they showed, hey, go fucking figure, the EDP445 even managed to find a girlfriend, which is fucking unbelievable. Like, how the fuck would anyone ever want to deal with this guy ever at all? But here we fucking go. From the International Business Times, UK, written Monday by August 10th by Nika Marie Virtuoso. It reads, who is EDP445's girlfriend Marissa? Intimacy frustrations revealed in Mike Clum's new documentary. So, So here's what we've got on there. The latest update on the controversial internet figure, Bryant, widely known as EDP445, widely. Arrives from the rather unexpected place. Filmmaker Mike Clum dropped his new documentary on YouTube on August 9th, 2026, handing viewers a sudden look into the creator's private life. Instead of just retreading past allegations, the film formally introduces Bryant's 42-year-old girlfriend Marissa to the public. It shifts the lens towards his current relationship and reveals some surprisingly candid intimacy frustrations. For context, all right, we already know this part. Although law enforcement never filed criminal charges regarding allegations, the internet presence remained entirely defined by the fallout. Okay, around the 1 hour, 11-minute mark of the broadcast of the documentary, the narrative noticeably pivots away from past controversies. Bryant excitedly introduces his current partner, a 42-year-old woman named Marissa, declaring that finding her means he has finally hit the jackpot. He speaks with surprising warmth while describing her as thoughtful, considerate, and genuinely funny, although, according to Bryant, she regularly checks that he's doing okay and thinks about him often. Marissa does not simply sit by as a silent companion during the project. She speaks directly to the interviewer about her perception of the man at the center of so much online vitriol. She explicitly calls Bryant a genuine great guy and insists that he possesses a huge heart. That's called having a coronary. But I'll stop with the fat jokes. I'm sorry, I shouldn't talk. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. He's literally a walking wrecking ball. Like looking at the guy, like shit. Like, I mean, he makes King Kong Bundy look slim by comparison.
Yeah, true. All right, but I really should stop with the fat jokes. That's rude. But then again, this guy's an asshole, so fuck him. She adds that she feels fortunate to witness the person she believes he truly is. Viewers might question how this glowing portrayal fits alongside his well-documented digital history, but she suggests this is a side the public rarely sees. The conversation eventually wades into deeply personal territory regarding their dynamic. When an interviewer directly asks Marissa about the physical side of their relationship, she appears visibly uncomfortable answering the question. The documentary then transitions to show Bryant discussing the exact same subject separately. The on-screen contrast between their respective comfort levels provides a stark look at their domestic reality. Bryant candidly admits to experiencing severe intimacy frustrations behind closed doors. He states that he and Marissa have been together for almost a year, yet he remains highly frustrated with the lack of physical intimacy between them. According to his own statements, this situation has caused him to turn toward adult content as a coping mechanism. These jarring comments swiftly become part of the film's broader look into his personal behavior and current lifestyle. So, yeah, even in that relationship that he was in, they were not physically intimate, and he turned to online porn to get to it. And she apparently in the documentary they show that she comments on it, and he even tells her well, that's what I fucking hey, even if this wouldn't be a problem if you'd give it up, baby, what the fuck, that kind of shit. It's like
Gross.
I'm sorry, but that's not how you fucking treat a partner. I don't care how frustrated you are physically, even if you're married to them, even if you're bound to the person, no one is obligated to give you sex. At least in my opinion.
No.
Also, there is a thing called toys. Toys are your fucking self. Yeah.
That's what he was doing. That's what he was doing. If you remember, he owns fleshlights and he enjoys jerking himself instead, and using porn in order to cope, in order to deal with the fact that he isn't getting any. And to his own admission in that documentary, he even says that in his entire life, he has only ever had sex with a woman one time. And he says that it was lame and that it was uncomfortable because it wasn't doing anything for him. So, yeah, no, and with everything that was discussed on there, he basically goes in and says, "Hey, no, with how this shit, you wonder why I'm why I watch porn all the time. it's like, it goes to show you, like, this guy, he is like the walking embodiment of the fucking male loneliness epidemic bullshit, because he's complains that he doesn't have any sort of relationships that are meaningful or whatever, and then before you fucking know it, it's like you see the kind of guy he is because he thinks he's owed sex, is because even if he does manage to land a healthy relationship with another person, he thinks that he's supposed to be given this shit as something that's automatic. Like, no, motherfucker, that's not how this stuff works at all. And would you folks like to hear the little twist on this shit?
Oh boy, here we go. Go for it.
Just like 10 or 15 minutes after introducing this lady Marissa as his girlfriend, a portion of the documentary continues and says that they had broken up and that he has found himself a new girlfriend. Guess what it is? Guess who it is?
Underage girl.
No. An AI girlfriend.
Oh.
Right. All right.
The motherfucker jerks it off to the clankers. So go fucking figure. Like, he fucking even talks about how, oh, this is so freeing because I can say and do whatever I want and she'll just play along. And hell, I'll even roleplay to being underage too and she'll play along. And that's fucking, it's sick in the fucking brain. That kind of shit is like, it's the worst levels of brain rot. It's the worst levels of fucking any form of humanity that you can hope to have. And I would say I feel bad for him, but I don't fucking feel bad for that fucking guy at all. Because the way he fucking behaves towards women, the way he fucking, like, he literally says he idolizes Andrew Tate, he idolizes these manosphere idiots, Joe Rogan and Donald Trump. He idolizes all these miserable assholes who are known to be misogynistic pieces of shit, and he wonders why he has trouble getting laid. He wonders why he has trouble having any meaningful relationship with a real-life human being. Like, I'm hoping that this isn't lost on people if there's anyone who's got enough gumption to see it through to the end, to watch this whole documentary from start to finish. Because this is, like I mentioned, he is the embodiment of the quandary of the male loneliness epidemic, because it's stupid shit that he brings upon himself, because he decides to idolize these kind of guys. He decides to worship the like being misogynistic, being an asshole, being a ranting, raving prick, and then he wonders, oh, why can't anyone get with me? What, like that?
Gee, have you looked at yourself in the mirror lately?
It's hard to miss. Jesus Christ. It's like there's no sense of self-reflection with this guy, you know? And maybe that's why they decided to call this the Sick Mind of EDP445. Not just because, like, oh, he's a sicko piece of crap for trying to hook up with underage girls, but he literally does have mental health fucking problems. He literally does have fucking, like, issues of the fucking brain that you can't, like, deprogram out of overnight, that you can't get out of right away. And this kind of fucking stuff is sad, because how many fucking people can you imagine deal with this kind of stuff in real life? And they might even wonder, hey, maybe it really is maybe all these dude bro podcast guys are really right, and maybe it really is because all the women are stupids. No, motherfucker. Take a look in the mirror. Take a look at yourself. Take a look and see what the fuck you're doing and how you're behaving towards people. Reflecting on yourself before thinking that that there's any sort of before thinking that there's anything wrong with everyone else. It's like it's straightening up your own act before you whine about the world. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Ladies, thoughts on this, please. I know that you're not big on this whole like discussion of manosphere shit, but it really is like an element to all this stuff. So with us breaking these elements down, I'd like to hear your thoughts, at least the thoughts of the fairer sex of the the ladies in our team who know better and who would understand how jerks like this fucking think.
It's just like when you said he got another girlfriend, I was like,
Why?
I was actually thinking along the lines, is it underage? Is it underage? And then when he said AI girlfriend, I'm like, oh,
That's evil.
well, I mean, he literally would be able to shape them into what he wants. And
Unfortunately.
unfortunately does track. But honestly, I don't think he's ever going to change, considering he even admits he should be in jail and he keeps doing it. So it just makes me sick.
It's depressing.
He needs help.
No,
he needs help.
He really does fucking need help over here, and he makes like every single excuse you can imagine under the sun about like why everything else is a problem, why everyone else is a problem in the world, why he like can't take care of himself in order to lose enough weight to be able to qualify for a kidney transplant that he desperately fucking needs. He drinks like 5 bottles of soda a day. He fucking wolfs down burgers. He wolfs down fucking like gigantic fucking meals. Because
he doesn't give a shit.
Like he doesn't care. He doesn't care about himself. He doesn't care about himself enough to actually fucking try and, to actually try and deal with these kind of problems with his life in a way that's like fucking meaningful. But he doesn't care. He really doesn't. How can anyone like idolize that kind of thinking? How can anyone think that kind of that this kind of lifestyle is like admirable? Because there are people who still fucking like on the darkest and deepest fucking corners of the internet, there are still people who fucking look up to the guy, who try to like, oh no, he's such a badass, he's so based, bruh, he's so fucking cool, bruh. Like, no, bruh, motherfucker is sick in the head. He's gross. And he knows it, and he doesn't give a fuck. That doesn't mean that you're cool because you're unapologetic. No, it means that you've got a fucking issue in the head, man. Like what do I call our show here on the Black Files? The uncensored and uncompromising.
The uncensored and uncompromising interview and
line. Hang on, fucking hell. It just line. Hang on, fucking hell. It just.
Are we offline?
Okay, we're back. All right, we're good.
Okay, keep going.
Because like there's like a baseline to like human behavior that we all agree on in our group and our team, because we know that there's specific things that you just do not fucking do with people. You don't fucking string people along. You don't fucking try to rob people. You don't try to fucking cheat people. You don't try to like psychologically coerce anybody or like try to exploit people or anything like that. And that's the stuff that we like stand for. Like all 6 of us in the Ravens flock, we all stand for that shit because those are the things that happen regularly in like the con community, in like pop culture, and different things that happen around the world. We've got a voice, and we're trying our best to use it for a good cause. You're at least trying to like remind people like, hey, like being a nerd is awesome and it's fun. There are things that come with it that are like shady and shit, and we have to be vigilant about it, and we have to be like keep our eyes open and call it out when we see it. So we've got to like that's what we're all about here, and we all agree on that stuff. And like this guy's like moral compass is fucking non-existent. Like we joke, like I said, we joke with Angel because I love him and he's my brother, and I fucking joke with him and I joke with you all the time that you guys are fucking assholes and you guys are horrible, and how would you come up with such horrifying and crazy ideas? But I know you're fucking around. You can tell that you're not being serious about that stuff. EDP445 is the kind of guy who actually does that stuff and means it. And this is the shit, this is the lifestyle that he leads, and this is the consequences of that kind of lifestyle. He's fucking lonely. He's fucking working himself to the bone because he's in debt for all the trouble that he was dealing with during the stings that happened in 2021 and 2023, and he's trying to work his way out of debt in order to try to survive. And he can't hold a relationship with anyone. He's addicted to porn. He's fucking misogynistic as a space standard for himself. And he doesn't respect his own body enough to try like smaller steps in order to fucking do what he needs to in order to fucking live. They even mention in the documentary that people who are diagnosed with stage 5 kidney failure usually don't last 5 years. And at the time of the release of the documentary, he was 4 years in since his diagnosis.
Oh, jeez.
So he is literally at death's door right fucking now. He is in a position where he could keel over right now and no one would fucking know. And he would only have himself to blame because of how he behaves and because of how he doesn't care for himself, of how he doesn't seek any sort of self-reflection. In the entire time that he's talking in this fucking documentary, he fucking, like, just like how he mentioned the people that he fucking he fucking idolizes, he even fucking shows people that he hates and that he thinks are fucking assholes or whatever. Like Hassan Piker, for instance, you know, if you guys know who that guy is.
Repeat the name again. I'm sorry.
Hassan Piker.
Hassan Piker. Hassan
Does
Piker.
not ring a
Hassan
bell.
Piker.
Okay,
Shit.
Hassan Piker, he's a political streamer, and he's left of me. He is like full blown. He would like to see like an actual socialist revolution in the US and stuff, and he would like to actually have like proper socialism and shit. He's endorsing all these democratic socialist candidates, and he's helping boost people and all these guys who are winning their campaigns this year in the midterms, like Dr. Abdul Al-Sayed up in Michigan. Like, he helped boost this guy, and, like, he ended up winning his primary. So now he's going on to the general election. So good on him. Like, the EDP...
Okay.
Yeah, so he's a genuinely cool dude, and EDP445 says, like, oh, he's fake, and he's such a phony communist piece of shit. He's just an asshole or whatever. He fucking he tries to shit on... He fucking tries to shit on streamers like Moist Critical. You know who he is?
Obviously, yes.
Charlie, yeah. Charlie. Tampa Bay's own Charlie White, Moist Critical. He shits on that guy, saying that, oh, he's fucking looks like he's dirty and shit. Like, no, motherfucker. At least he knows how to keep himself in shape. At least he may be like, I'm sorry to say this, ladies, he might be your height, but I still wouldn't want to pick a fight with him because he's that in shape and he takes care of himself.
He also dunked on Mudahar.
Yeah, exactly. The dude from Some Ordinary Gamers, our favorite Indian-Canadian techie who teaches everyone about how to take care of your computers and video games and fucking net neutrality stuff. And like, apparently he shits on Mudahar all the live long day and doesn't think that Mudahar is a good person. Like, that just goes to show you, like, this shows the kind of moral compass that this guy doesn't have. Like I mentioned before, he fucking worships people like Donald Trump. He worships people like Andrew Tate and fucking Joe Rogan. He worships those kind of fucking dude bro guys, and he wonders why he can't have a relationship worth a damn. He wonders why he can't have any sort of fulfillment in his life. You know? And he even talks about how miserable he is, needing to go into dialysis every week, having to go in for all these, all this stuff in order to pay for his medical expenses, and not being able to, work on trying to get his health in shape. And
speaking of his health and his appearance, and this is more of like a superficial complaint, and I apologize, Juan, but out of all the things from that movie length video,
yeah, it's a documentary.
out of all the things that I really dislike, what I also dislike is like, and you can call me shallow or an asshole, but like the constant zoom ins, the constant visuals of him, like himself, without his fucking clothes on.
Yeah, the guy basically lives pretty much in the nude for the majority of his time at home.
My
Yeah.
God, it's
To each their
gross.
own, but
Ugh.
okay.
No, I get that. And yeah, it's your own home, it's your own space, it's your own place. If that's how you're gonna live, that's fine. Good on you. But like at the same time, they didn't need to show that much, show it that often with this dude. And thankfully, you're not exposed to like his butt crack or his genitals. Thank God.
Ugh.
But it's still like, was that really necessary? I get
He
it.
did not have to go that far.
Like, I get it. We're looking for a little bit of extra shock value. But was that really fucking necessary? I don't think so. Like that, but that's just my personal opinion. What do I know? I'm just a dude who fucking.
Juan, we just agreed with you. It
I know
is
you
disgusting.
agree with me. I'm saying like the fucking guy, the Mike Clum, the filmmaker, because those are conscious choices that he put up to fucking put those fucking zoom ins on EDP's unclothed body. So yeah, sorry, I don't think so.
Yeah, because we all need to see that.
No, I
Yeah.
don't.
No, thank you.
No.
I could have gone the rest of my life without seeing this guy's junk, or like the implicit presence of his junk. I don't need that. I don't need that in my life. Like, yeah, you
I don't
can't.
think anyone does.
Mm-mm. Not a single person. Like obviously, like people freaking like, oh well, you didn't see anything. Like, yeah, you're right. I didn't. I didn't see his dingaling, and I'm thankful for that. But
But
this
it's
shit wasn't.
still, you saw everything else, and your mind tends to wander. Blech.
And thankfully, of course, we also didn't see any of like the supposed like alleged nudes that he was like the news that he was sending to the girls that he was trying to hook up with, because he was sending those. The only thing that was shown was a picture of him from his chest up. Thankfully, that's all we ever saw from the photos that he shared with the girls that he was attempting to hook up with.
Ugh.
Because that it's just fucking sad. It's just fucking depressing. How does anyone fucking think that kind of behavior is okay? It literally isn't. There's no fucking way. But truthfully, like I mentioned earlier, like this is a situation in which the filmmaker, he had specific choices that he could have made with the content that he was filming, and he made those choices on purpose. So like the only thing that I can imagine why you would want to show a day in the life of EDP445 with him basically like living in the nude in his home, the only reason you would want to show that is for the cheap shock value of seeing a naked fat guy. So in a way that feels a little exploitative, a little, I guess, you know, if you think about it. But then again, it's not like he was saying like, okay, for this documentary, I want you to put some underwear on or some shit like that. Like, nah. If there's anything that this documentary has shown, it's that EDP445, he doesn't care about anyone's opinion but his own. He doesn't care about doing anything to try and contribute to anyone else's well-being other than his own life, other than his own desire, other than his own satisfaction. And it's plain and obvious that, you know, hey, if you're gonna ask him to fucking try to put some clothes on, he'll just stay nude and he'll start jorking himself at you just to spite you. But that's just the vibe I'm getting off of this guy as a result of how he fucking behaves. in the rest of this documentary, you know? Like, he seems like the kind of dude who would spitefully not listen to anyone else, no matter how well-intended of the other people may be, because he's going to a therapist. He's not doing anything to try and stop having any sort of attraction or desire to have sex with underage kids, except for having an AI girlfriend where he does online roleplay with his AI beep boop waifu, saying like, "Oh hey baby, you're like 16 or you're like 15. I'm gonna," like he says like, "Oh like ruin their innocence," kind of shit. And that kind of fucking talk is just gross, man. That kind of talk is just, it's like unimaginable. Like, what the hell, man? So, no, your thoughts over here real quick before I start this getting wrapped up, because this guy's story, like I already gave you guys the basics of the review for everything here. So I just want to go ahead and get your thoughts real quick before I start getting us wrapped up over here. Jose, Zayana, Dragonfang, please.
I never want to
Ugh.
hear. Talk to my
Can
kid.
can we
Please.
can I have some brain bleach?
Just hearing some of the text that he sent and then what he said in that audio thing is just no.
It's disgusting.
It really is disgusting, because it's like, because like I said, he's not apologetic. He doesn't fucking reflect on any of the shit that he's ever done or said. He doesn't think there's a fucking problem with any of it, man.
I think that it is shocking and it's crazy that to this day, this guy does not have an active criminal record, that he has not been arrested, he is not registered or anything like that. Like, he has so far stayed away from the radar of law enforcement for now. But that's still, he's still a terrible person to be around, and he's, I really just don't like him. Like, I don't, and I honestly think that he does need to be behind bars. I'm sorry, him being behind bars is the only guarantee that, you know, people, specifically like the underage girls that he goes after, are safe from this guy. Because as long as he's running amok and he's still behaving like this, the girls, like the underage girls, are not safe from this guy at all.
Well, that's just it. He doesn't have, he might not even have long to live over here. Remember, with this guy's fucking kidney failure, he's, like I mentioned.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, the kidney failure thing. Like, yeah, no, I think he's at the point where he doesn't give a shit. He knows he doesn't have long. He knows he's gonna die soon. Probably today, probably tomorrow, probably in a week or so. He's probably at the point of his life. Why should I bother making a change now? Why should I bother repenting right now?
I think he's basically saying YOLO.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you're
Yeah.
right, Dragonfang. Oh my god. Now that y'all mentioned
that giant marshmallow is going YOLO.
like, and you've got to remember the key problem with those sting operations, like I mentioned, it wasn't just the fact that there wasn't any law enforcement involved. It's also the fact that, like, when it comes to this stuff, hang on a minute. Wow, why did this go down? There we go. It was supposed to be 150. There we go. It's that, well, he didn't initiate right away with these sting operations. The people that were trying to get him, they actually initiated the, hey, do you want to see something nude or whatever. So that was the fuck up, like the actual key fuck up. Even if you were to fucking have the, even if you were trying to have any law enforcement involved, that's exactly how you fuck it all up.
Okay. Yeah.
So these other predator catchers or whatever, these dudes who tried to sting him, they fucked up because they initiated the sexuality part in it all. So,
I see.
yeah.
But still, like as far as we know, to this date, he hasn't actually
To
R'd
this day,
any.
we know for a fact that he has not committed any physical contact with any underage girl of any kind, so far as we know, in any way, shape, or form. He flirts with these girls, and he says really out of pocket sexual shit, but he doesn't actually initiate sexual contact with any of them. So, wow.
I'm sorry, but no, he's still a fucking terrible person. Fuck him.
Oh, that goes without saying. My God. I'm gonna go ahead and get us started wrapping up over here because, like I said, the faster I get us off the air with all this, the faster I'll be able to find the brain bleach that Dragon Fang needs and that I need and Zayana
Yep.
needs. And
No, you're fine. You're fine. It's okay. I'm just glad that I'm just glad that honestly for this topic tonight, you and me, Juan, we were the only ones that needed to watch this video and nobody else. Like, I know I keep stealing his line, but it fucking makes sense, and I don't give a shit. We remember it, so you don't have to.
Thank you for your service.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God they blurred out the photos that he sent the filmmaker of his own waist. I'm so thankful they blurred that.
Ugh.
It was just fucking dumb. Like he really is like brainwashed. It's like take every bad 4chan joke and stereotype about people who lurk there online forever and don't do anything with their lives, and put it together in a human being and do it on purpose without it being some sort of tongue-in-cheek joke or some sort of like sociological commentary or some philosophical metaphor about like how internet culture can rot somebody's brain if you don't connect with people in real life properly and try to hold relationships. Take all that and stuff it into this 445-pound motherfucker, and this is what we get. It's so ratchet. It's so ratchet. All right, Zayana Dragonfang, let me go ahead and get your final thoughts over here, ladies, if you'd be so kind.
Whack.
I really hope he gets the help he needs because yeah, I never will
unexcusable.
ever watch that interview. No.
Everything that he has done is unexcusable.
He knows what he did is wrong.
Yeah, and he still went through with it.
Mm-hmm.
How fucking ridiculous is that? How fucking brain fucked can you be for that kind of stuff, man?
Unfortunately, there's a lot of people in the world like that.
Unfortunately, you're right. And again, I'm real sorry that this is what we ended up talking about tonight, but I'm thankful that y'all are decided to stick with me on this one because this story is, unfortunately, it is current news, and this documentary has how many fucking million views already? Let me see. Let me fucking find out. Give me 5 seconds.
Yeah, go for it.
It's currently sitting at 3,759,905 views. With over 254,000 likes as of today. And it just launched 3 days ago. August 9th.
Oh.
Unfucking real. It's incredible. I guess it just goes to show you like the whole fucking like train wreck dumpster fire problem is alive and well because people can't help but watch. They know it's wrong, but they can't look away, you know? Right. Ladies, Zayana, Lady Dragonfang, I love you both. Thank you for joining me on this. And I'm thankful you didn't watch it. I'm thankful you didn't watch it because you would have wanted to punch me in the mouth. I don't care how bad the gas is in terms of gas prices, or fucking like if y'all had any sort of trouble, y'all would have found a way to come down from your neck of the woods down here to Tampa, and you'd have been like, "Oh hey girls, how have you been?"
Just want to talk to you.
Mhm.
I just want to talk to you.
Just want to talk to
I
you.
just wanna talk to you.
Yeah. It's one of those situations where, just like last week, where we talked about the situation with Perez Hilton on the Black Files, where instead of sharing the video footage, like all I shared was the link to the article, because sometimes it's easier for your mind to just read about what happened instead of watching what happened.
Yeah, no, because even more important, considering that the folks over on Twitter were pulling that video down like crazy, because the moment TikTok started pulling that video down from their stream and people were trying to share it on Twitter and on other social media sites, people were on top of it like, no, this is fucking wrong. Like, no, this is fucking crazy. We don't want to see it.
It is. Ugh.
Oh my god. All right, and how about yourself, Jose? Your final thoughts here tonight? And pray tell, what exactly do we have to look forward to this Friday on this week's edition of Wrestle Rewind?
Well, first of all, final thoughts. I don't want to help him. I want to kick his ass. Anyways, no.
I mean,
no,
I get that sentiment. I sympathize with that sentiment, yeah, but like, is it really worth kicking his ass? Is it really?
Yeah.
Because this guy,
because I had to sit. Wancho, I had to sit through an hour and a half of watching that piece of shit, and I'm gonna spend every minute paying it back.
Like the other thing that he brags about in his documentary is how he has dreams of wanting to dismember all these YouTubers that clowned on him, and he talks about how he keeps himself strapped with a pump action shotgun or whatever the fuck he's got. So
right,
like
sure. Number one, I'll believe it when I see it, and number two, gee, maybe it wouldn't be such a case if you weren't such a fucking terrible person. That's why everybody is clowning on you. Everybody is clowning on you because of how fucking terrible you are, and how unapologetic you are about your own actions and about your life choices. The fuck, man? It is not rocket science.
It's not even rocket surgery.
It's not even rocket surgery. This is a guy who's not who well, no, he admits that what he's doing is wrong, but he doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care to want to learn or want to grow. Fuck that guy.
I think that's his main problem, that no one will.
Yeah. Ugh. No, they'll get sucked in. Jesus, it's like trying to punch the Blob in X-Men, but worse. Anyways, yeah. So for Friday night's edition of Wrestle Rewind, which is every Friday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube Big Kick. I just realized I said Friday twice, but I don't care. Join me and my tech partner, Mr. Juan Arouse, as we review three of the most exciting pro wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. So for this coming edition, we're going to talk about the main event of a number one contenders match between the Grayson Waller on NXT versus the official WWE in-ring debut of Cruz Montana.
Okay.
And on AEW, the main event is Jon Moxley, the Continental Champion, going one-on-one against Jungle Jack Perry as part of this Continental Cup tournament that they just launched. And hang on a minute. Indulge me for just a minute while I look up the actual terminology.
There's like a Continental Cup? Wait, no, he's already...
All right. The Continental Challenge Cup, or as Excalibur calls it, the C3.
No, we don't need a C3. There's already the C2. There's already the Continental Classic Tournament.
Exactly. Don't worry. Let's save that for Friday night, Juancho. Trust me, we're going to have plenty to rage about.
It looks like I'm going to need to get another bottle of Captain Morgan then, because this shit sounds stupid.
make that 2. And we'll also discuss what's happening this week on TNA Impact. Juan, back to you.
Thank you for that, Jose, Dragonfang, Zayana. Thank you guys. I'm going to go ahead and get you all off the screen, and I'm going to wrap us up here. The good news is that Mike Clum, the filmmaker who made this documentary, he knew exactly how fucked up and how insane and how unsavory this guy's story really is. And so what he did was he's promising the proceeds of any sort of revenue generated by people watching that documentary. You know, like I said, it's got like 3 million views or whatever the fuck. And he's going to have it donated to he's having it donated to RAIN, the Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network. So gotta love the fact that he's trying to look out for people who are victims of sexual assault, people who are victims of any form of sexual violence, and survivors of sexual violence. So I also strongly recommend people go ahead and, if it's within your means, if it's within your ways to do so, go ahead and visit rain.org. That's RAINN.org. And make sure that if you know someone who could use help, and if you think that you can do so, that you can get them to the resources at RAIN, do so. If you're able to donate, if it's within your means, please do so, because this kind of stuff cannot go unchallenged. This kind of stuff cannot go untreated. All right? And it's confidential help. You don't have to worry about being outed to authorities or anything like that. You know, you're not alone. This is what RAIN is for. This is what these different organizations are for. So I strongly encourage everyone to please donate to RAIN. Please support RAIN. It's a nonprofit company. They could use all the help they can get in order to try and help people out who are worried about sexual abuse or who have been mistreated in a sexual manner. You can tell just right there on the website there. You can call 1-800-656-HOPE. You can text HOPE to 64673. You can connect on Signal on WhatsApp. You can chat online. You can talk in Spanish. And they're here to assist you if there's anyone you know and love who may need this kind of help. If you've been assaulted or if you need counseling, then these are the folks that you want to talk to. And I'm just glad that that there's something positive that can come out of this documentary, even if it's coming from someone as gross and unsavory as this guy Bryant. And like I said, he's on death's door. If he doesn't want to care about his body, if he doesn't want to care about his life, that's his business. If he doesn't want to take care of himself, that's his fucking business. Who cares? He clearly doesn't. And truthfully, if that's the attitude that he's going to have, then I don't feel the least bit bad about him. I don't feel the least bit sad about his condition, about his clear, sharp psychological declines, and the fact that he has to rely on a goddamn AI girlfriend, a goddamn beep boop, to fucking get his rocks off now, and to do so while also role-playing having sex with an underage girl. It's still like, no, he's never going to change. And if he really isn't going to care about taking care of his body or taking care of his health or trying to take substantive steps towards having any sort of mental health counseling, then you know what? That's on you, boo-boo. Don't let the door hit you on the ass on the way out. You can't say people haven't tried. And You better believe, however, these stories turn out, especially when we delve into the darker side of nerd and geek culture. You better believe that we'll cover it right here on this show, the uncensored and uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens Flock, The Black Files, hosted by yours truly, Juan Arouse. Be sure to request access as we go live every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become an inner flocker by hitting the join button, and until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and the Ravens Flock. Jose Casmona, Drag Fake Cosplay, and Deanna Rose Cosplay, I am Juan Arouse. This has been the Black Files, and we